Yeah, I mean, the first step on the actual deconstructing part is it's going to be as scary as you think it is. It's going to be as traumatic as you think it is. And I just feel like there were not a lot of people in my world at the time that were being completely honest and transparent about how big of a deal it is for you to go from believing in this very orderly way of how the world and universe works and your place in it to chaos and not having any sort of understanding of where you belong or what's going on in the world. That's going to be scary. And that's why I do think we're really lucky to live in a time where there are so many vast deconstruction type communities online and even in person that exist, where you can find fellow nomads on the journey outside of traditional faith, and community is essential. But also, the reconstruction is just as important as the deconstruction. And whether that's reconstructing a worldview that's non-religious or reconstructing a progressive or kind of new thought, new age, like whatever path you feel drawn to, is very important. So don't wallow in the hatred of the lies and the abuse and the bigotry that you're coming from. There's a time for that. But I've seen far too many people get stuck in that posture and then never build or kind of evolve into a healthy, grounded way of being in the world, but just spend their energy in opposition. And I just don't think that's a helpful spiritual or psychological energy. And you can see how it becomes a re-traumatizing force in so many people's lives. And so I just really encourage people that I get to pastor one-on-one, like, yes, have your time of anger. Yes, lash out, do your activism against the church. You can continue to do that, but you want to make sure that the energy you're doing it is as somebody who's empowered, who's reclaimed their life, who has a sense of groundedness in their own life in whatever way makes sense for you, and not just as somebody who's been hurt and is kind of functioning out of woundedness. It's just